Tanky panel once again, and we're heading into game number 2 with Chicken Fighter still in the lead. Remember, this is an elimination match, and, you know, these drafts might just be the last ones we see from either team. Is this the last one from the Mudgolems, T-Gov? What do you think?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. They have the nice recipe, but my face is just because we've got another pause. You can't see it, but I can. I'm feeling the pain of pausing. I think that the best way of describing Mudgolems' lineup is they need to have this strong laning phase. You know, the troll naturally wins most lanes he gets to play. The IO +1, they exist, they farm. And they're going to have to look for outplays. They're going to have to look for that high pressure, that high tempo. Question is, they made some big strategic mistakes in that first game. So with this type of lineup, making those mistakes can't really happen. So they need to really have bounced back from game 1. But they do have the lineup that can, you know, just outmaneuver a team. Though the simplicity of Chicken Fighter's lineup just exceeds what Mudgolems have. So again, like I said, it's all about the laning phase. And welcome, guys, to another pause. This is pause number 33 of the series.
This is fun.
Oh wow, I just subconsciously said 33 because 33 is in the game. Wow.
Look
at that. That's
big
some
brain
magic
move right there. There's a lot of nuke damage on Mudgolems. Think about the Ember Spirit, Void Spirit. We've got 2 heroes with escape mechanisms, a lot of heavy damage that they can deal out. Then you've got to worry about, do we fight the exorcism? Can we fight the exorcism? Do we just back away? Are we able to get out in time? Does Troll get out of position? What's the control going to be like from the Dire side? And there's a lot of questions for Mudgolems, and I feel like the initiative is always going to be maybe on their side of how they approach. Do they play active? Do they play proactive? But
well, the thing is, they have the heroes, right? Like, they have the ability, like, early on. Like, when you see the likes of CM, Earthspirit, Furion, these heroes don't like playing up against these elusive, wave-clearing type heroes. And when you have, like you just mentioned, the Ember Spirit, the Void Spirit, those early level 6, those tower defenses, it can easily be Mudgolems just overwhelming. Think about the value of Tombstone in this game. Like, Furion, CM, Death Prophet, they're the only heroes that can technically kill it, but your CM should never be that close to the fight. Fury, like, they all want to be a little bit further away. So Mudgolems, for sure, they have the answer to this early kind of skirmishing lineup that is, you know, CM, Earthspirit, Furion plus the push potential of a DP. The question is, when the PA, the DP, they suddenly have BKBs, they can suddenly just get to play out a game of Dota. And this troll, he has to go for a Battle Fury this game. If he doesn't go for Battle Fury, he's going to get, you know, stuck in a Sprout. So there's a big disparity between the aggression of Mudgolems' lineup and when Troll's online compared to Chicken Fighters, when they're just all evenly just happy to want to take fights. So it'll be exciting to see this laning phase, who can actually build that lead, and then who can get the ball rolling.
So too long didn't read would basically be for Troll Warlord. If you see an Nature's Prophet, you go Battle Fury because of the Quail ability.
Also, the fact that he needs to scale in this lineup. He doesn't have that natural damage arm.
He does. I'm just kidding with you.
Yeah. Don't worry. I confirmed. I honestly thought, like, I was like, yes, I agree. No, but in all seriousness, he does need it this game, the little devil. But
cheeky, spicy smoke 5-man.
Oh, changing up of the Bounty Rune fight. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. He's getting vision with the Treant. He's gonna see. Oh, I can't see anything with the Treant, but now I see 33. Hello.
Failed.
Now we're too far away, so bye. Quick drive by and out of there.
And this is why we see people not do smokes at the start of the game.
Yep.
In fairness, though, the meta for Bounty Runes is heavily dictated that your safe laner hugs your tower, the off laner sits really far back, and then they contest at the very last minute. So I love the attempt, but realistically, it's so hard to really find a pickoff.
Yeah.
Charlie, though, look at him.
How Charlie's... Yeah, he's staying all by himself here with the PA. It's like...
There aren't any stuns on Mudgolems' lineup. We haven't mentioned that as well. Once we get to the middle portion of the game, if the Golems aren't just running over the game, they're relying on roots and slows, and that's about it. Maybe a cheeky Abyssal on the Troll if Skidder gets the farm, but it's all about outplays for Mudgolems.
It does. There's a time, like you said, when Mudgolems can still have an effect on how this game is going to be going, when can they do stuff, and at some point, I guess they have to let go of their so-called advantage of having the initiative.
And also, this is, again, elimination game, mate. If Mudgolems lose this, they're out of the tournament, which is honestly a very big upset, especially with the team after Israel won Germany. You would expect a lot more. Of course, if you go on Twitter and see, there has been like real life situation, so you can kind of give them respect there and go, okay, maybe this tournament is maybe not for them, but still, it's a shock just hearing this team name and then elimination in the same sentence so early in the playoffs.
Yeah, you never want to be the team to drop out first from a tournament. Never want to be that team.
Well, technically they're not first, because Div 2 teams are already eliminated, right?
Technically, yeah. You're right.
Yes. 1 point for me. All right, get the scorecard going.
All right.
You also got a point for the bracket, but anyway, kick it away, mate.
We'll have our Void Spirit off lane. Good old stuff. IO competing against PA. We got CM, jungle activity. Gotta be very active with this pulling. Interesting pull, only gets half the wave as well. Scared of the IO. Test with the Crystal Maiden. Courier will be saved. Positive side. Though, how do you play this lane? Like, when you're support, CM versus IO. Both don't have the highest damage. They don't really need to babysit the lane, but they're not the best harassers either. So how do you play this lane as the supports? You're the support guy.
You're just kind of poking or prodding, playing off your pull, enabling the farm, right? You want to have your PA just have the free farm, and like you can't pressure. That's the thing. Maybe level 2, level 3, you can punish an overextension with a point in Frostbite, but other than that, it's just making sure Charlie just hits his creeps and stopping Milan also pulling the hard count. That's the key thing.
Yeah. We have the mid matchup with Stormer this time. Ember Spirit instead of the Invoker. Supreme with DP. I think the annoying part of playing an Ember versus
Misha
Death
dropping
Prophet
very low in top lane. Oof, like 20 HP in top, nearly dying.
Well, South broken though. How did Milan get the vision for that? Maybe one of the... Oh yeah, he's got an Obs Ward here. So yeah, that explains everything. So he just saw the CM, broke the Salve.
Oh, and the tip as well. Oh, the tips are back.
Right clicks and up. Yep, it's gonna be first blood. Mudgolems pick it up.
I think Misha, in all fairness, he was like, yeah, I kind of want to die here. I just have myself cancelled. Please get me out of the game. Or the lane.
What I was gonna go on about the mid matchup with the Ember versus the DP is
Please
you see Spirit Siphon go off, you can't disjoint it with Sleight of Fist, which is annoying.
But that's why you have the Ember going for the Flame Guard build. He can at least mitigate the damage. The key thing here in this matchup is the Ember wants to look to make rotations. Death Prophet at level 6 can just pressure the tower.
Light bottom. Decay in 3.
And he's gone.
Access gonna be enough.
And this is what Mudgolems needed, right? They need to have strong lanes to kind of boost them up, because if they don't have a strong start, suddenly that Death Prophet dictating the pace of the game. And if Mudgolems, they have this early lead, when all 4 of the heroes bar Troll start playing together, you might force out like a defensive exorcism, or even like any of these key spells from Chicken Fighters, and suddenly you're protecting your towers just from being aggressive.
So yeah, as they got that kill, they realized that Era is somewhere. Era has been sitting AFK here for, what, 40 seconds now? They haven't spotted him with a scan. Now Fada is here like, how long have you been here? Just getting some kind of mental pressure onto the Ember Spirit so he can't farm up while Supreme is just taking everything for himself.
It's just
the Salve.
After game 1, Storm was like, lads, if we watch the replay back, at minute 5, these 2 supports, can we maybe rotate a support in and help me out? Like, I know I'm the new guy, but I need some help. And that's where Fada's like, well, okay, I can help you.
Yeah, nice heal there. The second point into Soul Rip. Ember Spirit healed up again. Change onto the DP Era. Looking for the roll in. Does he want to go? Nope. Not under the tier 2 tower, at least. Risky one.
Dying's very tanky. He is not dying today. Just the pressure
in his name.
Look at the CS though from Radiant. You know, Void Spirit 31 on 5 compared to a 16 and OPA. Like,
Misha going down top. Third kill from Mudgolems. IO might go down with Era TPing in 33. Can't block the roll because it's already in, and Era will get the roll out. There we go. They take down the IO. Charlie, however, very low on HP. Fada, so rip into the face. And that's her PA down.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, perfect start from Mudgolems. Just the active rotations, but also the fact that you have the laning matchups help, especially after game 1. You got a Troll via Furion. That's going to be complete free farm for the Troll. You have this IO +1 with a PA. PA can't really pressure, so yeah, Mudgolems utilizing the heroes that they have, and I think the only question we need to look for an answer is how Stormstorm are going to have entry into this game. Is he going to look for early rotations?
Yeah.
Are they going to punish maybe the Death Prophet popping ult right now on this mid tower?
So Supreme wants to apply pressure onto this tower, but that level 3 Flame Guard, difficult to break through. At least forces the Ember Spirit away, gets to push another wave. Arrows here. Fada is chasing the Earth Spirit. We've seen these two at it for quite a few minutes. Clips the Undying, actually, who might even have to use a Mango to try and teleport out. They get the kill on Era. That goes for the Ember Spirit. Well, Undying's gonna have to wait a few extra seconds on the cliff, but he's fine.
That was over a really nice play, though.
33, though. Takes the DD room.
He's chilling.
Team with almost an empty bottle now.
So you have this Undying mirroring the Earth rotation. You also have 33 TPing into the mid lane, taking away the creep wave, so Death Prophet can't just pop that ult onto the tower. And then Stormstorm, of course, you know, it's very hard for him right now. Level 5, no bottle charges.
Bottom.
But his tower's alive.
Troll doesn't have ulti. Hasn't leveled it up yet.
Oh no, Skitter.
Does he want to?
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't have the points for it. Yeah, so he's gonna have to forfeit his life. Looking at his points, but he did have that 1 point in Fervor. If he didn't have 2 points in Whirling Axes, technically could have gone for Battle Trance, but what difference would that actually have made in that case? Nothing.
For sure. Like, if Skitter died there and Saberlight lived, Twitch chat would have just been giggling to themselves.
Yep. But then again, as expected, Misha now in trouble. That was not what we expected. What we expected was Mudgolems definitely pulling themselves together after that game 1 loss. With this early game coming in strong for them, it was expected that they will prove out strong, but how strong and how much do they make out of it? Stormstormer still hasn't really rotated away from mid, like you said. When does he make his first play, and what does he go for?
Well, right now he's in recovery farm. Like,
tower.
He can't really make moves. He needs to accept that his lane was hard and he should farm jungle. Like, he should be happy that his tower is still alive.
Third, can he get this kill? No, yep. The third kill for the troll. Skitter's enjoying this time.
But this is kind of the expected start from the game, though. In regards to Mudgolems, they have the heroes to pressure the lanes to get that early lead. The question is, how does Chicken Fighters, once again, 2 games in a row, how do they react to that aggression? How do they buy enough time for the PA to be confident, the Death Prophet to be tanky? And it's a combination of Chicken Fighters. They need to start grouping.
Tombstone, fight breaking loose in mid as Fada. Half HP right now. Supreme does get some damage out here. Here comes Saberlight as well to the rescue. Stormstormer doesn't get the change to connect him. He's in trouble. Has to use his first remnant jump on 33. Gets enough damage out, and Arrow will go down. Supreme still on the front line. Does have that 3 points in Crypt Swarm available. Can he hit a target though? Here comes Skitter to the rescue, and Supreme will be punished. Misha will follow down as well. 3 kills going for Mudgolems.
That was really nice.
And the Ember lives. The boy who lived, Stormstormer. They are really helping him out now, and it's paying off.
Yeah, especially when you have Skitter coming in as well for that fight, just realizing we just need to go. And if you look at Skitter's itemization, he's not going for the Battle Fury. He's realized, wait, we are fighting, we're winning the game right now. And I think reasoning, if you go Battle Fury, guess what? You don't have that timing with your team. So it's going for the Yasha. He's trying to apply that instant pressure.
Supreme, Misha in trouble. We talked about this CM. Needs to be careful of his positioning. He can't get the tower denied. Still in the front line. Stormstormer. So he's in big trouble right now. No remnants, and he gets killed down. Frostbite perfectly played out there from Misha. But I think the tower down.
This is one of those things where Saberlight in bot lane. That's a relocate. And yeah. Surprise! No stuns or a root coming out from Troll Warlord.
Yeah, that was a surprise birthday party. Doesn't go away.
Look at mid.
And now Milan is like, okay, I brought my friend with me. Is that okay? Not in this case. Maybe. Nice chains come out onto Team Misha. Charlie, low HP. PA going down. Stormstormer Fada finding 2 with Milan dying. Supreme trying to make a run away from 33. The Remnant doesn't quite connect, allowing the DP to escape. But Mudgolems keeping this up. This PA kill, not exactly the best from Chicken Fighters. They don't want their PA to die this early.
No, for sure. I think right now, if you're Chicken Fighters and you see how the Troll's itemizing, you're like, okay, well, if we get this Battle Fury on PA, if she starts scaling, you force Mudgolems to have to apply that pressure, have to look for that fight, go for Roshan. But because you have PA dying mid, it just kind of cushions this troll a little bit more. And I think this is shaping up to be a very scary game, in my opinion, for Mudgolems, where they're riding that wave of aggression right now, but they need to hold that up. They need to be able to keep that pace going the entire time, because eventually your troll will just fall off because he's going for a more kind of team-orientated build.
Right, Stormer gets the change on DP. This is the third exorcism for this mid tower. Trying to get this kill on the Ember Spirit. Stormer getting healed up. The tower finally taken down with the help of the catapult.
Skitter's just in though. He's got no ult. What are you doing, Chief?
What?
Oh. Alright.
Well, NP ulti hurts when you take the last hit. Milan low on HP. Nice roll coming in from Era. And an ulti, the Magnetize doing a decent amount. Now Saberlight, well, there's a mechanism heal Milan. Relocate. Looks like they're in panic mode. And they have to go all the way back home. Era forced away by Stormer. Milan stays alive through that engagement.
Yeah. And this is where the Chicken Fighters lineup, you can see like how it has its strengths, right? It's the aggression of 4, the cheap damage coming up from CM plus Earth Spirit, that push between the DP, the Fury, and it opens up the map for the PA to farm. Of course, Mudgolems, when they're 5, they can easily rebuttal this aggression, but when they have a quick pick-off, Chicken Fighters are very much in the lead for those quick fights. So
Misha, a quick pick-off here for Skitter, most likely, unless they can do something to save him. Well, not between 5 Mudgolem heroes.
Quick update on the comms. Misha's like, don't worry guys, got the ward. He's feeling pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower
All good. Everything going according to plan. Charlie going for Battle Fury.
Yeah, for sure. He's a PA, mate. He's gonna go for a cheap Battle Fury. There's no Slaughter, there's no Magnus. There's no one really to give him that free damage, so he's like, I gotta be my own carry.
Playing the late game.
And if Saberlight sprouts him, then he wants to be able to get out of his own sprout, so that's why he's going.
True. Yeah, we talked about this at the start of the game.
When Saberlight
NP
ping comes back.
Fit the same sentence perfectly. Void Spirit, however, Yules is going to be ready, so 33 does have a save and a setup for the Yules into the Remnant. Fada, Stormer smoked up, heading towards the top side. There's a Nature's Prophet awaiting. But if they, there's an Envis DP though, which Stormer doesn't know about. Now he's panicking. DP's right on his heels. Well, Remnant out. They spot Saberlight. Here comes the relocate. Sprout the roll comes up from the arrow. Doesn't connect to the stun though. And Fada is in between. And look at that. Look at the beautiful damage from Misha and Supreme. But is it going to be enough? They're trying to fight with this exorcism pop now. So late into the fight from Supreme. Gets a kill on Fada. Still fighting Skitter. But it's not going to be enough. This DP will not survive. Misha did so much work.
I kind of just baited you there. I saw the Fury with his mech and Sprout. I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And I was like, oh, he doesn't have mana for the mech. He's not tanky. I take it back. And I was like, oh. He's kind of squishy. But they're a very beautiful looking freezing field.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The freezing field was nice. And was like, exorcism, you got it. No, okay.
Oh, nice body blocks. Oh, the bot lane. The cheeky little body blocks to prevent Skitter from starting to build up the attack in the hope to get a root. Nice stuff.
Saberlight alive.
But yeah, this is where Mudgolems, they really can punish the amount of map that Chicken Fighters want to play. Naturally, when you have the likes of these heroes, they want to try and farm up quite a lot. Mudgolems, if they start finding these kind of quick pickoffs and forcing out these counter plays, and suddenly their lineup, like they're so strong with a Yasha on Troll, the soon-to-be Master on Ember, a Yules and Void Spirit. They have so many cheap items for this fight.
33. He spots some stacks in the jungle. Run away though.
DD on Ember.
Wasn't quite. Yeah, relocate coming in though. And here comes Skitter. Misha is not the target they want to go for because they know he's already dead. Era. Remnant doesn't quite connect. Relocate going to be ending for Milan in a few more seconds, but they already find 2 kills. And Supreme doesn't want to capitalize on top. While Charlie's like, oh. Alright, just going to slow Milan down. There's backup on the way.
This feels like some classic Chicken Fighters gameplay where everyone but Charlie just runs wild across the map trying to do things. And then Charlie's just quietly farming and he'll either win or lose the game for his team. So right now, kind of chicken fighters are playing to the script of their normal gameplay. The question is, will it pay off when they are dying this much? 19 for 6 at 15 minutes.
Classic Saberlight TP's out once again, but
no,
Yules get it this time because of the Yules.
Round 2.
Saberlight.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, it's not enough damage from 33. Really tried.
I can count the amount of stuns Mudgolems have on 1 foot.
All right. Never mind. I'm gonna ask. Smart decision not to say anything. We got a Spirit Vessel almost ready on the Earth Spirit. It's gonna take a few hundred more gold. Nice timing there. Roll onto Fada. Saves right there as well.
He's gone.
Okay. No mercy. However, Mudgolems coming in with force. 3 heroes caught inside. And Saberlight being one of them. Misha looks like to be the first casualty. 8 HP. Nope. There we go. So if this will be enough, they have to have the Exorcism as Supreme intervenes. Saberlight is down. Milan going down as well. They do get the Dissimulate from 33. So the Void Spirit gets out back to safety. Stormstormer. No remnants. Supreme might have a chance to kill him here. Silence goes out. Exorcism, Spirit Siphon, there's the Crypt Swarm, Era, and they will take down Stormstormer. However, the Dissimulate from 33, and he does have 1 charge in Astral Step, so he's able to get out in time. Supreme finding a bit of revenge, but that Exorcism is about to run out. He does pop the regen as Skitter is giving a bit of chase. 33 is back in.
Oh,
but no.
I thought Supreme was going to be back in for a second. Like, mate, you're about to wear off. Calm down. Yeah, Saberlight has basically been demoted to a position 3.5. So, yeah, like, very much a supporting Furin right now in the terms of he's gone for mech, medallion. He's still trying to go for his halberd. And his job in this game is just to tank up some aggression. Yeah, Mudgolems.
Roche has been spotted.
Yeah, they need to go for this. Their lineup is about early fight, early aggression.
CM has no TP, but CM's here.
No DPO.
PA's in bottom.
Yeah, PA's just about to come in Battle Fury. She's still 4 or 5 minutes away from being like fight ready.
8.5k. Still no aggression. NP can teleport to this 2k HP.
No, give it away.
No contest. They
can't contest this. The way that Chicken Fighters are looking at this game right now is Mudgolems, they're riding that wave of a power spike. If they can get over that, defend their high ground, then sure, they're going to be able to play Dota. Oof. Saberlight finally gets a TP out of an aggressive play. But you see here, look at that instant reaction. They go Roshan and Mudgolems, they move top. Chicken Fighters instantly push out mid, push out bot. They're going to try and give up the map for Mudgolems, allow them to have what they want. But then suddenly, this Charlie factor is going to come into play. We haven't seen a 5v5 pretty much for the last like 9-10 minutes, ever since PA died that mid lane. And that's what Chicken Fighters are playing for. Try and hold the game in terms of net worth lead, but you can give away a little bit of advantage because Mudgolems have heavily itemized to try and win the game within the next like 10 minutes or so.
Yep. There's a 3-man smoke coming in the back. They've got NP available. Supreme 2-man silence comes out nicely. No relocate, so they can take this fight. There's 33 and Fada both going down. Yule saving the Void Spirit for now. Dissimulate buying a little bit of time, and Misha. All right, well that was the freezing field move, but they see the Void Spirit and it's not gonna be enough because the Remnant play able to keep the DP and no crit.
And that's why PA is a perfectly balanced hero because obviously doesn't crit every time, doesn't actually do that much damage. You know, if it was a pub and you were playing that hero, yeah, exactly. Like against you, it always happens. Before you, nope, never happens.
Yeah, it's like
but a great defense.
All that talk about Spirit Breaker, 17% crit chance. Those are some old memes, but there's some good ones. Skitter finding Misha. Supreme, however, Exorcism popped as well, trying to blow up this Aegis. They're going to be able to get the first kill. They get the first one. Can they get the second? Because Supreme going very aggressive right now. 33 trying to pull this DP, but the Ancient actually tanks the Remnant. So the DP is fine. Doesn't get cliffed by the Remnant there. However, the relocate safe, but it will come at the cost of an IO life. So, Aegis gone, Undying dead, Milan goes down. That's a worth Exorcism, but how long can they stay?
The next level play.
After that type of play, they should be maybe poking at this tower, but then after that, looking to reset. I think massive props to Chicken Fighters, identifying that over-aggression by the tier 2 and taking a fight, playing around that DP. The question I was having is like, hey, maybe they're going to just allow Mudgolems to take over there in jungle, but that aggression was really good.
Aggressive smoke, 33, Stormstormer fodder.
Radiant's top tower is
Nobody
under
to be
attack.
found in top.
Radiant
PA's
are
teeping away in blur.
Oh,
You see the
a
animation,
little
but
bit
they
too
can't see
late.
the hero.
Yep, a little bit too late. And now if you look at the net worth, this is where it becomes dangerous for Mudgolems. They're playing as a unit. They're playing for the moment. And when you have this PA just slowly trickling away, taking over that lead now, this is dangerous. What, mate?
I'm getting some flashbacks from game 1. Mudgolems take Roshan, they lose Aegis, X and IP start to get the game under their control, end up winning the game, you know? Just saying, just getting some feels.
It kind of is, for sure. And I think that is... It's kind of how... not Charlie. It's how Chicken Fighters, they like to kind of play their Dota, which is... Honestly, Charlie is the most valuable player on this team, in my opinion. Like, people like to sometimes meme the Charlie carry, but the games that this team win is because Charlie's absolutely popping off. And I guess the question you have to ask, and maybe why they didn't make it to Division 1, well, especially because they started in Div 2, but anyways, was because they don't have that consistency of providing Charlie that game. And they're kind of finding their footing potentially in how they're playing the map, because they are rebuttaling some of this early aggression just to give Charlie that game. And now look, Battle Fury, Deso, 21 minutes. They're going to smoke up once again and look for a fight, yeah?
Stacking up towards mid. We've got the Halberd also ready. Actually, no, the Halp is still not ready. Never mind about that. Sanj is ready for the NP. That was a Halberd ready. That would have been a really thickety-thick Nature's Prophet at that point.
Yeah, he's pretty thick right now, though. Not like thick, but like he's on his way to being thick. Yeah.
He's on his way, yeah.
He's bulking right now. Soon he'll become Lizard, don't worry.
That's a way to go there. 22 minutes in, 21-12. A lot of numbers on the screen.
Agents of the Void.
This is still a tied game, at least in terms of net worth, but for how long is the question that's looming in the air. Mudgolems talked about their item choices, how they wanted to go for early fighting. They went for the item choices that they wanted to, and now it's wearing off. Already, it feels like this early it's wearing off.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't know, just might be just me, but
it's the top tier 2 into the Aegis. We mentioned the idea of what the Aegis meant to do, and there's no value. Skitter instantly dies, respawns, and it's like he has to get relocated out. And now when you look at this troll, what's his entry into the game? Once again, he needs to go for a BKB to survive up against the silence from Death Prophet, preventing his ultimate. He then needs an MKB so that he can lock onto the PA. He then needs an Abyssal to prevent the PA from just blinking away. And now this is where it gets awkward for Mudgolems, because they didn't ride that aggression the entire time and own all these early fights that they itemized for. They're now looking at this troll and going, hey buddy, man, you really need like a ton of items to want to play this game now. And yeah, again, Chicken Fight is just that constant aggression, sometimes good, sometimes bad. It eventually does pay off for them, and it's showing.
Dire's
Charlie is
under
very,
attack.
very scary now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But also Supreme, the way that he's been very aggressive. We haven't mentioned him too much, but the Boots of Travel, the Yours, Plate Mail, he's also itemized really well just to deal with what Mudgolems are showing. And I think Supreme, he has been at the forefront of all these engagements, and because of him, we've been able to see this kind of even fight occurring.
Yeah, I also agree. I think that's a fantastic itemization build here from DP, considering that this kind of makes Mudgolems think, do they fight the Exorcism if it's popped, if it's in the middle of a fight? Can we mute the DP, or do we leave the DP? Because that's your big question when you see DP on the board and you see Exorcism. Do we fight it? Do we not? Era's picked off.
Very aggressive positioning.
Yeah.
Look at the arrow. Milan has drawn the arrow. No, that was Misha. Misha's like, all right, guys, they're going to run at us, all right? Yeah, he's drawing it again. He's reminding his team. So Charlie, stop farming now. Get the hell out of our jungle.
Yeah, it's like in this game it's a PA, but usually I've seen so many Charlie TB games where he's just like, if he's on Dire, he's farming here.
That's
like,
true.
Get out of there. It's like, don't be there.
Yeah. Charlie and Skitter both have very equal,
they do actually,
bold farming patterns. But
yeah,
I've come to really enjoy watching Charlie as a carry player. I think early on he was always kind of like in the shadow of his teammates, but I think for sure he is rising up as becoming one of the standout players for this team. Of course, the team lacks a little bit of something, but yeah, Charlie's doing well.
There was one defining moment where I was like, Charlie's actually a really good player. It was when he played against a iconic team of my countrymen. I think I've actually told you, I talked to you about this. The 3 Ages, 2 Anchors team.
Is this from 2017 story?
Tomberman, Thompson, Jerax. Yeah. No, this was like with 2018, 2019. But that was when Sweden won Finland, and Charlie was the carry player back then for the Swedish team, and they beat the Aegises. I was like, all right, well, this guy can do something.
Yeah.
It's like that was my defining moment of like Charlie's actually a pretty good carry player. Obviously, it's a team game, but still, like, Charlie was part of that roster.
Is under attack.
This next fight is make or break now for the side of Mudgolems. You can see Troll, he really wanted to go for MKB, had it in his quick fight, but then he switched out for SMY. He identified the fact that in the next probably 4 or so minutes, it will just be that game-breaking fight, which either team that wins it will just be able to control best portion of the map.
Mudgolems taking the, they're taking the aggression. Aggressive wards being placed down, defensive wards as well. Misha giving the vision, doesn't connect the chains. Was very close that the Ember actually got the searing chains onto Misha, and that could have been the start of a fight.
With no BKB piercing stun and only a basher on Troll, Misha is slowly trying to buy himself a BKB. Will Misha complete the BKB?
Oh yes.
Before the end of the game?
Good old times when we still had GPM talents, and you see CMs with BKBs and blink daggers going full man mode. All the days. Now though, Chicken Fighter smoking up, heading towards mid 33. Ooh, very aggressive play there, almost coming out. That would have been the end of his life. Mata, the edge of the stairs, hoping to pop some smokes. Gets the ward out, but he also reveals his location. Charlie on the other side.
This double pressure there.
Walking in, and there we go. The initiation comes out, and that's a quick kill, and instantly removed.
And this is why PA is perfectly balanced hero. Of course, it's about positioning, and if Fanta just wasn't in the right position, you can easily counter. Oh man, PA is so bonkers. You can't do anything when you're a support player, especially when you're undying. Like, he bought Blade Mail, but it's like, are you really gonna... Yeah, PA's not gonna crit herself to death, so... Most unfortunate. And now it's basically waiting for Roshan. This will be Mudgolem's kind of window to really take a fight. You kind of force everyone to one area of the map. Of course, you have that Fury and split push that Mudgolems will have to be vigilant of, because if one lane's pushing in, they TP back to defend. Then suddenly you have that numbers disadvantage at Roshan, but with Ember Spirit, you're kind of covered on that.
Waiting game. Roshan is up. Let's see which team.
Yeah. And Skidder has done a great job at keeping up with net worth, especially with his build. Having that IO as that pairing.
Alright, exorcism. Yeah, there we go.
Here we go. Fight time.
Was double thinking it there for a moment. The Stormer Skidder instantly walking the pit, goes straight for the DP, and are they going to take it? The Yule's into the air, 300 HP to go, and DP's gone, exorcism down. Misha on the run as well with the BKB Skidder, coming in right onto Saber, like gets the root out as well. The mechanism heal, not going to be enough at that point, as Milan is also being in trouble, but he does have that gold scepter to keep himself alive for a bit longer. Misha Supreme coming with the buybacks as well, TPing onto the outpost, as Stormer still chasing them up. Skidder finds Saberlight, and Supreme being chased up. Dieback DP on the way, as they all surround this TP from every direction. Those siphons will do a bit, but you will not get a second chance. DP going down. Aaron trying to come for the rescue, but it's too late. Saberlight coming in as well with a buyback. A bit of a desperation play. Charlie in the middle of this fight, trying to get some hits out, but he's half HP as well. Skidder very low. Troll no ulti. Nobody focusing him right now. He's at the back line. Stormer takes the front line for himself. Charlie with a Spirit Vessel trying to make a run out for it, as 33 getting frostbitten, and he is down, and it's also reflected onto the CM down. Saberlight still being focused as Milan is in the front, and now Skidder, he walks in, but he does get disarmed right away, and the NP down too. Chicken Fighters, they have spent so many buybacks on this, and it's not looking good for them because they have to give away Roche.
Whew, that was a very good aggression from Mudgolems, first of all, just the confidence of running into the pit, but it shows that for Chicken Fighters, it's so bold of them just to hit Roshan like this. I understand that they have a Desert PA and a Death Prophet, but look at the value of that Tombstone, just the engagement from Mudgolems. Like, Chicken Fighters, they couldn't retreat out of that pit. They were committed, and Death Prophet, of course, at the very start, flew up.
all the heroes that bought back also died, so 3 diebacks.
That was a... Yeah. Chicken Fighters, they had a very strong... They needed to be patient outside that pit. Needed to wait and bait out the map. Allow for Furion to apply that split push. Force the Ember to move around the map. And then you set yourself up for Roshan. But just purely running into it... Like, just because Mudgolems are a fighting lineup and they haven't scaled as well, doesn't mean they can't fight you.
Reinitiation, Charlie, Era, trying to look for Milan. Half HP, but that's your combo completely used up. They will still go on this IO. Charlie, BKB popped up as well, trying to go for the man mode fight here. 2 versus 4 might be advantageous here for Chicken Fighters. They take down 33, Skitter. BKB pops his ulti, he gets sprouted instantly.
Where's your Quelling Blade?
And they are kiting the troll. They're kiting the troll, trying to get the kill out. The mechanism kill comes out as well. Charlie trying to reinitiate onto Milan. As that buyback comes out from IO, and they might just get this kill. They're isolating him away. The Aegis has been popped from Skitter. Triple kill for Charlie. Another Sprout, but Skitter able to get out with the spider legs. But the roll from Era and a potential kick backwards. No, not going to get it now. But Troll, he is surrounded into the tree. Skitter, frostbitten, taken down. Supreme, 4 heroes down from Mudgolems, and Chicken Fighters fight back.
And that's the fight I thought Chicken Fighters would be looking for outside Roshan. I'm happy to see that they are able to take it now after, but whew, crikey, that is a Mudgolems overextension, you know, 101, and we saw it in the game. If you click on Troll,
repeat from game 1.
He doesn't have a Quelling Blade, right? He does have the spider legs to be able to, you know, run out of Sprout, but they were on cooldown when he got sprouted. 12-second cooldown. So he just stood there idly like, team, help.
Help. That's the moment where you're like, not feeling so strong now, eh? Charlie, BKB, teleport out. That's your 8-second BKB down on the PA. Wearing down, so minor victories for Mudgolems. Just, can we look at the net worth graph momentarily? We saw that 6k spike coming from Mudgolems after that fight, and it's gone. It's back to 0 again. It didn't last long.
Very topsy-turvy.
Top lane, sure. Supreme. Relocate. Another dieback coming in from the DP. If they can get this kill, a lot of regen though. Need to try and burst out. The Yules comes out though. BKB popped as well from Skitter. DP still trying to make his way out, but won't be enough. The Maelstrom procs will finally take down the Death Prophet. Era also a, looks like a defensive Yules there being used. Only a quick kill on the DP and then out.
This is very much getting to the time where DP's like, I really wish I have a BKB. Like, that would make my life so much easier. Update on Moosh's BKB, though. Oh, so getting closer. 1,600 gold away.
Too far.
Pretty far. She's position 5. It'll be about another 20 minutes.
Yeah. Might just be. At least, has the money to buy some wards every now and then. And I'm surprised. Nisha, I think the last time I looked at TP, the TP situation, he does have one coming on the courier right now, so he has one. But he spent a lot of time in this game without a teleport scroll. Even in the early game as well as Era gets defensive duels. Needs to keep himself alive for a bit longer. Nisha in trouble, relocate on the back lines. They take down one, they take down a second. Both supports dead from Chicken Fighters, and Skitter finds Charlie. Doesn't he have any friends though? Now Skitter's like, I want some revenge from last time. Miss, miss, miss. How many times are you gonna miss? You gotta hit the man. 33 gets the taunt out, and now back onto the PA. Now he's finally getting some hits in, but so no. Charlie BKB onto the high ground. Supreme gets the Yules out. Troll has another BKB available. Milan on the chase. 33 can't find any targets. There's still a tier 2 tower, so you're gonna have to back away from that. Leave the Chicken Fighter space for now.
Very.
Is slowed up. He's got some creep.
IO. Surely no. There's no BKB on PA. All right, cool. Thank you. I was about to say, if they try and fight here, like they just took an aggressive engagement where that fight started because CM was dewarding the high ground. She placed the ward. She saw Fata, and then of course DP was dead for 20 seconds. So Mudgolems happily took that fight. And then Chicken Fighters once again. Now twice in a row, Charlie's had to defensively BKB. It's a 6-second BKB now for Charlie. But luckily, this is the type of game where his BKB is to try and break one remnant, to break away from that one spell. It's not as if it's a big spell damage dealing game. So a 5-second BKB for Charlie won't feel too uncomfortable.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
All right. Where do we go from here? We've almost got a Satanic for PA, if I understood correct, and a BKB soon for the Death Prophet. Two big change items here for Chicken Fighters.
This will be very, very helpful in their kind of blazing attempt to fight.
Smoke coming in. They're on the low ground. Vision advantage against for Chicken Fighters. Misha in the front line. 33 goes in right away. They take down Misha. Onto the chase, onto Supreme, though. They force the BKB of Charlie. Charlie all alone. He doesn't have any friends anymore. He's got nobody nearby. Bashed up again. Skitter and Stormstormer. They find the kill. Milan is on the run, but they also find 2 heroes. DP thrown into the air. Exorcism has just been popped, and DP is down. 3 heroes gone from Chicken Fighters. Mudgolems finding themselves. Also the Nature's Prophet. Saberlight. Well, he's going to DP out. Okay, never mind. He's safe at least. But the rest of your heroes aren't. But still, there's still a tier 2 tower, so get the hell out of this base.
Yeah, and Mudgolems really punishing Chicken Fighters' positioning here. Once again, they had the vision advantage from Mudgolems at the start of that fight. They also chucked the Tombstone. Both teams actually had an observer on the high ground at the start of the fight. But when you have that Tombstone, when you have that already jump coming in from Mudgolems, you can see when you saw Charlie right all by himself, there was that big disconnect forced, and Chicken Fighters, they need to try and tidy up their way in which they approach these fights. When they're able to kite out and prolong these engagements, they come out on top. But Chicken Fighters have basically ran their faces into death 2-3 times in a row now, and it's making this game quite hard for them to feel confident in looking for a fight. I mentioned Troll needed several items to want to play this game, and if you look at his inventory, he's now very much on the way to having all those items into being, a big boy core that he's going to grow up to be.
Well, he got several items now in his inventory, and that Satanic, that will be the cherry on top of the cake. We've got our BKB almost up on the Ember Spirit. Still needs to hold on to his buyback as well. And if I correctly look at the buyback status, the buybacks are back up on Chicken Fighters with all the cores that used them before, or the heroes who used them before. Era tries to make a run for it, but the Yules is going to cancel his roll, and he will pick off. That is the 35th kill for the Mudgolems. Now 8,000 gold ahead against the Chicken Fighters. They are still holding their ground.
I love every time someone dies in the bot lane, Misha draws the same arrow to his own jungle. It's like, guys, they're gonna run at us. They have numbers advantage. Every single time.
Roche minimum timer, 13 seconds. Hopefully somebody took the time up, because that's not even the 8-minute marker. They walk in, they walk out.
Shake it all about.
Give me your guess. Give me your guess for Roche spawn timer. I say 1:30.
2 minute.
1:47. All right, so you win. You're closer.
Very bad.
They find 8 near bottom. So a huge pickoff going this way for Mudgolems once again. Goes into the air. Relocate just to be safe. We've got everybody here. That could have been more Chicken Fighters heroes in the region, but they find the DP all by himself.
Yeah, just the aggression from Mudgolems. It's not allowing Chicken Fighters to have that kind of slow-paced game that allows them to communicate what their team timings are.
Saberlight.
He's running away. He's dying right now.
Mechanism, but how much can you do with this silent stuff? Rolling going for reinitiation. Milan once again goes after Pump Skitter. Gets the chance to hit this PH, chewing up. Does get the Phantom Strike to jump away back to safety. Misha slowly taken down by Skitter. Can't get this kill. Their side actually score a kill. Another BKB charge down. Both Troll and the PA down to 5 seconds, while Troll still has 6.
3-4 Saberlight was going to die there, but he's pretty tanky. Halberd, Mech, Soda Crest.
Radiant's middle tower.
Soon to be AC. Chicken Fighters, the way in which they played the last 10 minutes, it feels as if one guy says he's strong, they go to make a play, but then they forget that the other guy also needs like an extra minute or two to come online. And there hasn't been that clean team execution of we're all ready to fight together. Being picked off by one hero, taking a fight whilst they've been picked off. I feel like even though the game is 8k in the lead for Mudgolems, it's because of their aggression. And if they ever go over aggressive like we saw in game 1, Chicken Fighters, they still have what it takes to kite out and win the game. So Roshan, again, I think this is critical. Can Chicken Fighters adjust how they approach Roshan? in this next fight.
This should make my life easier.
Also, what I really like here, both teams actually have a princess knife. So we've got the 2 extra hexes in the game. Nobody wants to pick up the leveler on chicken fighters. Not really a hero to carry it, so it feels like a great item that just goes to waste here. While the third Roshan is down, and who takes the Aegis buff? It goes for the Ember Spirit. We're gonna see some fast remnant jumping.
Yep, that is scary, and this is the difference for you look at Div 2, Div 1 teams. I feel like that ability to play around Roshan and think about that timing, it's critical. And because of the issues chicken fighters presented themselves, you didn't have that BKB on DP. You didn't have that ability to contest against Roshan.
They get Roshan, they find a pick-off. This is perfect for Mudgolems to start their push. I just looked at Stormstormer finished BKB, DP finished BKB, and with Ember, that fresh 10-second BKB, they just picked an Axe buff for himself. They've got Cheese, they've got Aegis, they got a pick off. Now they can get that pesky tier 2 tower out of the way and go for the high ground for the 3rd time this game, and maybe actually destroy some buildings this time.
Charlie, he knows what time it is. He's tapped in his rapier. He's 3k gold away.
You know what time it is. All going in. Stormstormer right next to him, forces the buyback from Saber. Light Skitter in trouble of losing that Aegis. Charlie gets it.
Okay.
That's 1. Now time for round 2. They have the Exorcism. They can't get the roll in time. BKB popped by Skitter, taking the man fight against Charlie. Sprout in the trees. What you gonna do? They're stuck there right now. Skitter going deep with that ulti popping all the way. In big trouble. And Skitter's down. He's all the way down. Milan is also in trouble. He might get himself that Gold Scepter to TP out, but no. Era comes in with a roll, cancels it. You're not going anywhere. Troll down. Aegis down. What is happening here?
Now?
Skitter, one word. Yeah, so... Crikey.
Oh, crikey indeed.
Oh, mate, that was... Okay, Charlie, how far away from the rapier now? Okay, 1,600 gold. Things have peaked. You British look at me?
Charlie... Oh, no. Stormstormer. Okay.
He's got the
doesn't need to use his speed.
Mate, he's got an axe. Look at him.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. I was like, does he need to use his 10-second BKB?
Oh,
Air?
oh,
they got the hex! They got the hex! Stormstormer, he does have to pop that BKB finally.
So close.
So close. But
so
that
like,
was...
just, to be fair, he perfectly changed his TP location to then find it.
Yeah.
Props to him.
And Charlie onto the high ground. Chicken Fighter is 1 step closer. 1 step closer. Repair kit being used up, so they will force the glyph.
Radiant's middle tower.
We get this lane of Rax as well. 20 seconds, no troll, no buyback on Skitter. Can't afford. 1,600 gold short.
Radiant's
Tier
middle
3
tower
down.
has fallen.
Chicken Fighters taking the run away. Stormstormer, bit of harass comes in. Decent amount of damage, able to take down Misha, but will it come at his cost because he's got 1 remnant left and he will get out. The silence doesn't quite connect from Supreme. Difficult to land at 33. Wait, who pops his speed? What the heck? Supreme.
No bash. The sacrifice that is Saberlight. Thank you for your service. Oh, man. Bonk.
The Radiant will remember.
Alright, Mudgolems running down mid. No buyback on Saberlight. You know the drill.
Yep.
Dota has become a 1-lane game. You run it down mid for Radiant or you run it down mid for Dire.
Big question. Charlie, Rapier, or buyback? 600 gold short from Rapier. Do you hold your buyback? Do you go Rapier?
You have to go Rapier here. With no Fury in a life for 90, you need something in the tank to fight.
Yeah. Well, he can't afford it right now, and they're already pushing the base, so this is a difficult time for Charlie.
His courier is ready to collect. And Misha completed the BKB.
Green coming in. 5 seconds for the BKB, and Skitter in trouble again. BKB has been popped. He goes for the high ground, finds Misha, but Skitter is down. Supreme finds the kill with Charlie's help. Now 33 in the middle. Gets another dissimulate to dodge, but there's a BKB pop by Ember Spirit, and there's Stormstormer dishing out damage, trying to take down Era. Tries to find Supreme as well with the BKB up and running for a few more seconds. This DP is taking people down, and they're just destroying everybody. The buyback does come out from Charlie, however, and Chicken Fighters get to hold onto their base for a tiny bit longer. The heals from Milan bringing 33 back to full HP. Charlie being held in place with the roots as well. Does have a BKB available if he needs to use it, but there's no troll. There's no damage on Mudgolems. They're going to have to sacrifice kills, and Supreme finds himself a triple kill. That does come with the Exorcism. Stormstormer still has Era on his heels, looking for another stun. Gets the silence out at least, and they will be able to control this Ember Spirit. And it's an ultra kill for Supreme. Chicken Fighters hold on to their home.
So, Chicken Fighters be running it down mid, or what's the plan here, lads? Yep, Charlie, he knows his job.
4 kills, 2 buybacks.
What is this
Chicken
game?
Fighters. Indeed.
It's, I think the biggest opponent right now from Skidder is not any of the heroes on Dire, but it's the steps. The slippery steps that is the Dire high ground. He kind of trips up on them and then dies when he just kind of entered the base. That's
And
now a wreck.
any buybacks. They force any buybacks, I think. They can't get top lane. There's a tier 2 remaining. We'll take the mid lane. The secure option.
Very good move though from Chicken Fighters. They instantly get the racks. They respect the potential buyback on the Ember, the IO. And yeah, but look at PA. She just bought back in that fight, right? But now she has the same kind of gold for Rapier. So that buyback was not costly at all. It was a very, obviously, very good buyback in principle.
Big advantage. And is that an ACI spot on the Nature's Prophet?
Yes, it is.
100 gold short.
There we go. Look at that. They're all buying out. They're like, well, PA's got a Rapier, so do we need buybacks and stuff? Nah.
Yeah. Put all the eggs in the same basket, so this is the all-in.
I'd expect Chicken Fighters to allow themselves maybe Supreme to have a buyback at some point and play off of that, but this smoke, this could be game breaking, because if you check the buybacks now entering this fight, you've got Ember with a buyback, Voice with a buyback, but Troll, he doesn't have it. You know, he's just too poor. You kill Skidder, this could be the game.
Let's see if this all-in actually pays off.
Rapier reveal as well. Mudgolems are not aware of the Rapier.
Yeah. Take a high ground position at least. There's a smart choice to stay here. There's the downside is Charlie just cleared a camp and there's an ops ward that revealed his location, so Stormstormer's taking the bait. Very nicely dodging. He dodges everything, forces Misha's ulti even, and now going in for the damage. Misha's BKB pops CM in trouble. Fada coming in, Skidder coming in, 33 as well. And Chicken Fighters trying to reposition themselves for the fight, but 33 comes in the Supreme, that also gets his ulti off in time. And now Charlie, chased by Skidder, gets a lot of hits in, forces the BKB charges to be forced, and running away, Charlie, he's got the Rapier, it's down on the ground, and it's taken for Stormstormer. No, he's actually going to take it at all. He's just going to leave it there, and here comes Saberlight. He secures the Rapier, but at the same time, Hera in trouble in between, and he's dead as well. PA down, Earth Spirit down, and Supreme 1 versus 4. How can he fight this by himself? Skidder on the chase. The Yules comes out. He's still got his own Yules, but that Exorcism is also coming out, and he is left by himself, surrounded by Mudgolems, and he is taken down. Stun after stun after stun, just like Mudgolems do. When you get hit by stuns, Saberlight trying to make a run for it. He will be the last one, the last man to tell the tale that we died fighting this one.
All right, Mudgolems, you know the drill. All right, run it down mid.
All the drill. Well, this is the time to tie up the series 1-1 if they go for it.
I gotta give props. I think the double spirits from Mudgolems, Stormer and 33 doing great work with their initiation in that fight.
Where's the Rapier?
Mate, there's no buybacks. There's no
True.
There's no buyback.
I just wanna
Chicken Fighters have nothing in their tank. They are broken.
All right, Io's got Rapier. Io has Rapier.
He relocated in.
Io hits for 500 damage.
Did you not see that? He relocated in.
Yeah.
But did he steal the?
Yeah, I mean, they can't hold it. They can't do anything. Ios goes in, relocates.
Did he have the Rapier from
like,
before
I'm
the
gonna
fight?
take this. Yoink.
But did he have the Rapier from the fight, or did he just relocate steal it?
No, he relocated into the fountain to pick it up, so the Nature's Prophet secured it.
Alright, easy. Alright.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
that's what I wanted to know. Alright, that's fine.
I'm sure the panel can tell more exactly what happened there, but if I look correctly, Saberlight secured the Rapier in the first place. He brought it back home. He died. I think either he brought it by himself. I'm not sure if the courier could bring it.